So another interesting thing that you suggest in your book is not to fight fire with fire. And I'm sure that can be applied not only to our partners, but also with our children, our co-workers. Can you expand on that, Chris?
Yeah, again, it goes back to just being, making a choice to be less reactive and more responsive. What I mean by that when you fight fire with fire is, like let's say somebody, let's say you're in a conflict with your kids or something, really it's so easy to get all wrapped up in a reaction. But if you can step back, take a few deep breaths, and really reset yourself and respond to the situation, then you're going to actually be cooling the situation down. You're actually going to respond from a healthier place, from a more responsive place, where it's going to could possibly take you into a resolution as opposed to deeper into the conflict. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. And people know what to do, but they can't always remember to do it. For example, I often tell my clients to count backwards, and sometimes 10 and down doesn't work. It might have to be 200 and down in order to be able to calm yourself, because it's our responsibility. And I use the word triggered, not to be triggered emotionally. All that negative self-talk that's saying, how dare they not listen to me? They're driving me crazy. Well, they're not driving you crazy. We allow them to drive us crazy, for example. And so we can change our self-talk by saying, I'm allowing them to get under my skin right now, so what am I going to do about it, right?
Right. Yeah, I think that's the ultimate responsibility when, somebody annoys you. You can often, I just wrote something on Facebook about that, that when somebody annoys me deeply, I often say, all right, Chris, take a look at that. Like, what is it about, that person that is annoying you that is something that you don't want to look at in yourself? Anytime you can turn the finger back towards you, you're going to come out with a much more empowered attitude, and taking responsibility is the most empowered stand you can do.
For sure. And sometimes people mirror information to us that we need to see and look down inside ourselves. Not that we have to own what they're doing, but we need to see, why is this emotionally triggering me? Is this touching my button where I feel like I'm not good enough, or that I'm a loner, if I'm excluded from a party or whatever. So we need to then look at what's really going on inside of ourselves.
Yeah, really, it's like a perfectly designed system that way, isn't it, Cathy?
Yeah. However, that we're not taught this information, right?
No.
Schools and I know there's so many other things they need to teach. However, these life skills, emotional intelligence is actually what we're talking about right now, is so important. And CEOs and corporations are being taught emotional intelligence. So, as you said, these things come naturally to our children, but life happens and they start to lose it.